Hi guys, I'm Lizzie.
And I'm Annie, and this is the Up and Up podcast.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to the Up and Up podcast.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. This
ladies
is
and gents.
week 2. So last week we said that we were recording video as well.
Yeah.
And we were kind of like, oh, it's a test run. And we figured it out.
The test run worked.
Yeah, so we're doing it again.
Here we are. We're on YouTube now.
Yes.
If you like to watch the video, like the podcast, and see our faces, then here we are.
Here we are. Yeah.
Or if you'd rather listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, then it's on that too. But
all of the above.
yes.
You can't escape us. There's nowhere that you can't find us.
Truly.
And our YouTube channel is just called the Up and Up Podcast.
Yes.
So just search that.
Subscribe.
Yeah.
Support us.
And
Enjoy it.
yeah, I think we will have posted like a little
Yes.
video as well. So.
There'll be some extra content
Yeah.
on the YouTube channel, not just our podcast episodes. So
yeah. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Very exciting. But
So lately, me and Annie, well, especially Annie, I feel like, because you've graduated now.
Yeah.
We've just been thinking a lot about our futures
yeah.
and the life
The
ahead.
next step, if you will.
And
Whatever that means.
yeah, we've just been like talking a lot about what we want to do. Like, you're applying for jobs, and I have looked at some jobs. I haven't applied for anything. And pretty much we've just been like realizing maybe it would be fun if this
Yes.
podcast
Yes.
really like turned into something that we could actually maybe make some more. I
Yeah.
mean, we've made like what?
We've made money.
We've made money.
We're not going to disclose
We won't
the amount.
disclose the amount, but it's
We're not
a
rolling
lot.
in dough, but we have made some money,
But
which I'm proud of.
I am too, honestly. Like a year of doing it,
Right.
and we've just made a little bit
And
of money.
there was COVID in the middle of it.
True.
So we had a little bit of a hurdle there,
Yeah.
as did everyone. But
But
Yeah.
yeah, we've just been thinking about how it's so funny because we remember the first episode of the Up and Up. If you're an OG and
Yeah.
you listen to that, we were like, we don't want to have any high expectations.
Yeah.
Like, we know
don't
no one will listen to this.
Yeah.
Like, well, we didn't say that maybe.
well,
but
we just were kind of like trying to be realistic and be like,
Yeah.
we know it'll probably be small.
Yeah.
Probably not a lot of we knew we wouldn't blow up overnight.
Yeah.
We knew that.
We
And
knew.
that reigns true still. I mean, we're
Yeah.
still a small podcast. And I think I was glad that we went in with realistic
Yeah.
expectations at the beginning because we didn't get burnt out too
Yeah.
quickly, and it was good to have a year of like trying out what really is this about?
Yeah.
What's our voice? What's our podcast about? What's our Instagram going to be like? Mm-hmm. And so I think that was very appropriate to be like, okay, we're just trying this, no pressure. But now it's been a year, and A, we still like doing it,
Yes.
and B, we just like matured a little bit in, I don't know, it's our mindset, because we
Yeah.
are like focused on post-grad. I mean, for a long time, school is a priority. Mm-hmm. And you're still going to be taking classes, but, it just feels like, okay, we can take this a little bit more seriously now.
Yeah.
And why not?
Why not hope that we can make
Yeah.
money off of this podcast and actually have, like, people listen. Follow
Right.
it. So,
Right. It's funny because that's kind of been like sort of my catchphrase through applying for jobs at my
It's just
parents'
why
house.
not?
Like, why not me? Why not
True.
me? Like, why not us?
what's wrong with me?
Right.
that I couldn't do it.
And it's like somebody's gonna get the job.
Yeah.
Like, people are gonna listen. Why can't it be
Yeah.
us? Why can't we be the next fun podcast, fun girly gang podcast?
the next two girls,
Yeah.
friends podcast that everyone listens to.
Yeah. So why not us?
We're dreaming big.
Yeah, and that's something I said in our New Year's resolution
Yeah.
episode. I was like, I'm not going to be ashamed to dream big this year.
True.
This is the year that
Yeah.
dreams are not to be fickle. You just go for them.
And we were talking about this the other day too. We were like saying not everybody wants to be like, I don't want to say famous because we're not, I'm not saying like,
we want to be the Kardashians.
The whole world knows who you are.
Yeah.
But just like not everybody wants to like have a platform of some kind or like be known in that way.
Right. There's some people that actually
like that
do
doesn't
not want
sound
that.
nice.
They're like
we both talked about how we were like, it would be so fun to be like a celebrity or like have everyone know. Not because I don't know how to word it. Not because I want everyone to know everything about me, but just to be in that world of like pop culture
think that
and like,
there's like it's just fun to be known.
Yeah.
Even if it's not like I want everyone to know everything about me.
Yeah.
I have that twinge of narcissism maybe that I'm like, I just want to be known.
Hey, and we're honest about it.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing is I feel like why not be honest about it? Manifest it, Speak it into existence.
We're speaking it out.
I want to be famous, okay? Do you hear me, universe?
It's
want to be famous. It's so.
But it's just interesting because, like, is that a bad thing?
Right. That's a good question.
Is it a bad thing to be like, I want to be famous? And not on some level.
Mm-hmm. Well, right. I don't think either one of us want to be like the A-list celebrity center of attention. Like, actually, no.
No.
No, thank you. But I think it's not a bad thing. But I do think there's you have to just have like a little bit of, I don't know. There's a little bit of selfishness there. There's a little bit of like, I think I'm important enough, or I think I'm interesting enough that people would want to know about me. Or maybe it's vice versa, like, I want people to know about me, and then I'll become interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because really, a lot of celebrities, they're just normal people, and they just become a spectacle because they become famous for some reason. Usually there's a talent attached.
Yeah.
But there's something. I'm gonna be a famous tap dancer one day. I know it's.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah. Oh, I saw a TikTok the other day that was like saying, if you have the like desire to be famous or like be a celebrity, that there's like actually something wrong with your brain. Like it wasn't like saying like there's something wrong with you, haha. Like, as, like, I mean, it wasn't, like, they were being mean, but they were just saying, like, literally in your brain, there's, like, a chemical imbalance.
That's funny.
Because you want to be famous. And I was like,
what's the imbalance?
What's wrong?
Well, it's interesting because I feel like we live in a time where there are a lot of people that are just kind of pursuing fame in a way, like influencers.
Yeah.
Like they have to want that. They don't, I mean, there's some people that come to fame through a viral video or whatever on accident, but most like lifestyle influencers that we follow choose to be like, okay, I'm going to put myself out there. And I think, they think that they are interesting. So there's that whole element to them.
Yeah.
But I don't think that there's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
I don't know. But you also showed me a TikTok that's really resonated with me. That was like...
Oh, yeah.
like, I hate being perceived by anyone, but I also want everyone to know, like, I want to be famous.
Yeah.
So it's, like, kind of a double-edged sword there, because I'm like...
Because, like, you were saying, like, I mean, you haven't deleted your Instagram account, but, like, you, like, don't go on it or really post on it that much anymore. And you were like, it's really good for me. Like, I don't really want people perceiving me. It, like, stresses me out. But then we're both, like, talking and we're
I
like...
want to be famous.
I want to be famous. And
I want everyone to know everything about me. And that's a very valid point, you know? Like, maybe that wouldn't be good for me. But I just think it's different. And something else that we talk about a lot is, like... not to reiterate, but, like, we don't want to be, like... the celebrities.
No,
we don't.
No.
And I genuinely don't see that happening to us. So
again, I think you need a talent at that point. I think you need something you're good at to be that famous.
But we kind of talk about how like we just want to like be in the room where it happens.
Yes.
Like we just want to be in the back seat, like maybe we're an assistant or like work an administrative job in a studio.
Seriously.
Or like just like we want to be a part of the glamour and the, which I know it's not really all glamour, but we want to be a part of that. Mm-hmm. But like not have the spotlight on us.
Yeah. Well, we've both said like we just like love being a part of a team effort and like just like doing the little things. Like, we've like heard people say about their internships like, oh, I just had to get coffee and like type data into a computer
answer
and like
phone calls,
answer calls, and it was like, just like not what I wanted. And we're like, that sounds great.
I would love to get your coffee.
So
I would
fun.
love to answer your phone calls.
Like, let me plan your life. Let me like be in the like important person room.
Yeah.
But like I'm not, all the pressure is on me.
Right. Yeah. Well, and that's why I think that like the whole people wouldn't perceive you like if you are an assistant in an office. No one's actually gonna know you that deeply that like you're gonna be on E! News all the time or Page 6 wrote an article about me and it's drama, but you'll still like maybe get invited to that party.
Yeah.
Or
and like
meet that celebrity and it's like no big deal. I meet celebrities all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh
it's
my
just
gosh.
it's just fun to think about.
You talk about that with like SNL, like your dream job of like working on SNL somehow. Like you would just like have new celebrities each week and you would just kind of like they would treat you normal because you're not like coming up to them in a weird way. Like you work there and you are like helping assist them. So you get to like talk to them and hang out with them, but it would just be like normal.
Yeah.
And not that anything would come from that, like you become best friends or anything. Like I mean,
look at Ariana Grande and Pete Davidson.
Who knows? But you would just like get to know them and then be like, yeah, I met this person. And they're really nice. Like how fun!
I feel like when you work for whether it be SNL or just any like a recording studio or whatever it may be in the entertainment industry, it's sort of just like that pass that if you're there, like they can trust you.
Yeah.
So if you're a writer on SNL, celebrities come to host SNL expecting and knowing these people aren't gonna freak out.
Yeah.
Even if they're big fans, like they're trained to be listen, you're gonna have to act normal around the celebrity. And same with if you worked at a recording studio or any sort of like film whatever it is. It's sort of like they can sort of let that wall down and be like, okay, it's safe here to be myself. And like that's what I want. I'm like, I just want to be someone who can like celebrities can be themselves around.
Oh my gosh, so fun.
I also feel like I put this on so many of my cover letters when I apply to jobs. But like I always talk about being from the Midwest, I just think we value hard work. Not that other people don't.
Yeah.
But I think it's different in the Midwest where it's like, it's not like hustle culture. It's like, you can, like, you do the nitty gritty work and don't ask questions.
Like, I'm not, our egos aren't so big that we're like, I'm so confident and I'm going to be the next whoever.
Yeah.
And like, when I come to work for you, I expect that you're going to like give me the coolest work to do and like I'm gonna work my way up. Like we have like confidence in our own way and like we work hard, but we're like fine doing the like little tasks.
Right. It's just a different kind of hard work because I feel like the Kardashian type of person that's like, I'm gonna work hard and like
not
build
take
a brand and be really
assertive
assertive and like work hard in business. Whereas like I feel like the Midwest sort of hard work is, I always put that my dad is a coach and he always told me like a good mentality in sports was to say like, when your coach says jump, you say how high.
Yeah.
Just kind of like, don't complain, don't ask questions, like just do what you're told, do it with a smile and
like exceed their expectation.
Just like do it better,
do it well.
Do the small things better than you're expected to.
Yeah.
But just they're small things and like don't think that you're above that.
Yeah.
I just think that's something that's such a Midwestern value. Like you're not too good for anything.
Yeah.
You're not too good to... Because, I mean, half the people we know, like, I picked sweet corn. Like, people, like, work on farms and pick corn and, like, dig up animal I was gonna say
What?
poop. But I don't really want to talk about poop right now. But, work with animals, get your hands dirty,
Yeah.
Pick up rocks from fields. It's not glamorous work, but it's there's no shame in it.
Yeah.
There's pride in it. So I always
Iowa pride.
Yeah. Midwest strong.
Midwest.
As we're we want to leave
best.
Yeah. We want to leave the Midwest so that we can bring this nugget of our home state everywhere we go.
Well, I am really glad that I grew up here.
Same.
But I'm just ready to get back out for a little bit at least.
But yeah, anyway, I just think about that too, how it's I genuinely, you're saying, we are okay with getting coffee.
Yeah.
We delight in that.
I'm please, I will do it, and I will do it with a smile on my face.
Yeah.
I'll write a happy note.
Yeah.
I'll say have a great day, and I'll give you your coffee.
Yeah. Exactly. So.
Seriously. Yeah. But I just feel like we both have, maybe in a kind of different ways, but we both just, love pop culture. Because celebrities are just normal people, and, they're not, anything special.
Right.
Really. Mm-hmm. But we just both love.
Yeah.
I mean, I especially, in a certain niche, I'm I just love to know everything about.
I feel like we both have our different niches.
I'm I want to know everything about the celebrity and, what they're doing in their lives, or with singers, why they wrote their songs that way, or, I love knowing all the trends on TikTok, and, just being, up to date on those things. Mm-hmm. I love it so much.
Yeah.
And you do kind of in, a different...
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's, very much, New York, LA.
Yes.
Almost.
I'm, LA, I'm, what are all the A-list celebs doing and stuff? And then you're, more classy, maybe?
Well, or just classic.
Yes.
Not quite as, I love the trends. Yeah. I do. But I'm also oh my gosh, comedy and jazz or whatever.
I just love comedy and jazz.
Yeah. I'm not that into jazz. Yeah. But, it's I literally, all the time, I'm just listening to other podcasts of celebrities interviewing celebrities.
Yeah.
That's, my hobby.
Yeah.
Is, listening to comedians just talk about their life. And I'm oh my gosh, it can't be long enough.
Yeah.
I'm a 2.5-hour podcast episode. Yes. That's what
Seriously.
I need. I love it. So, yeah.
But I think that stuff is so fun. And it's just, and like I said before, I don't think everyone loves that kind of stuff or cares.
Yeah.
And we do.
Right.
So I'm kind of well, if we're the ones who care, or who being in that world, or we are the ones who want to get our name out there, whatever it is, then why not?
Right. And I also think is something that I think about. I know that there was probably, if a celebrity or somebody ever listened to this, they'd be it's not all glamorous.
Yeah.
Which I understand. I don't know what it's actually like. But I do know, I'm sure it's not as glamorous as it seems to be in the limelight and to be in the entertainment industry. But I also do love the idea of being the person behind the scenes,
orchestrating,
doing the things, and then
strings.
Watching people watch the show and be oh my gosh, this being the one that takes the people to this place and being behind the scenes, I saw it all come to fruition. And I don't mind stripping away the movie magic or whatever and just being I want other people to be so blown away by this, even though it's not as it's not as glamorous, but to make it look glamorous for others and be look at this show, and I don't know. So
but we are definitely like you said, you're New York, LA celebs. Yeah. It's just funny. So, anyways, me and Annie have this ongoing thing of where we should move after college. And Annie's let's go to New York. And I'm let's go to LA.
Yeah.
And we try to convince each other.
How will we ever decide? I don't know.
So who knows?
I know.
It probably will be
I feel I'm more of a pushover.
That's really true.
So, I don't know. Well, and also, New York is New York and glamorous and has the very high up, it has, the pinnacle of everything.
Yeah.
But LA is, really where the entertainment industry is.
It's the nitty-gritty of it all, I would say.
So, I mean, that's, like, a more realistic place to get your start. I feel like not a lot of people just, like, start in the New York entertainment industry. I feel like that's a place that you, like, get invited into.
And wouldn't you rather have your, like, nitty-gritty start in LA, and then when you, like, know what you're doing, move to New York?
Oh, I see what you're trying to do here. Let's just compromise Kansas City.
I mean, let's not make fun of it too much, because who knows what's going to end up happening.
Well, I know. I also love Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City is fun.
Have nothing against Kansas City, but it's just not the entertainment mecca. Although I did hear on a podcast with Jason Sudeikis, he got his start in Kansas City, and he said the comedy scene there is actually really fun and cool. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Cute.
Maybe I'll meet Jason Sudeikis there. And that
the future Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, and then I can fall in love with him.
Yeah, and then
I'll know Harry Styles, kind of.
Well, and then you will be, like, if you meet the future Jason Sudeikis, then you will be the future, what's her name?
Olivia Wilde.
Olivia Wilde. And then whoever the future Harry Styles is, when you're 36, will then...
He will fall in
love with you, and
I will leave Jason.
You will leave said Jason Sudeikis for said
future
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles.
And then everyone will be like, wow, that 36-year-old is dating 26-year-old superstar Harry Styles.
Yeah.
So,
except for the problem is Jason Sudeikis does not want anything to do with me. So that's going to be hard. But
it's true. But anyways, we'll see. Yeah, so we've just been thinking a lot about celebrities lately and that whole world and how we would love to dip our toes into that. And maybe this podcast is our door in.
Yeah.
I can't think of our foot in the door.
Foot in the door. Yeah.
Into that. I mean, obviously not the celeb world, but
just like, I don't know, the entertainment industry.
Yeah, the entertainment industry.
It's a broad, and it encompasses a lot, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But like we were saying, it's just hard because when we were talking earlier about celebrities and saying, yeah, I've always grown up, like, wanting to be famous. When I was, like, little, I was like, I want to be a singer or a movie star, like, when I was in, like, elementary school. And then it, like, sets in that that's probably not realistic for you. And then you, like, don't tell anyone that you really want to be famous. But, like, deep down, you're like, I still want to be famous. But, like, yeah, I wanted to be, like, a singer or an actress or something. But I was like, I don't really have, like, a talent.
Yeah.
Or, like, something I'm so good at. Like, I feel like I like singing. I'm not a really, really good singer. I can just, like, play some chords and sing along.
Yeah.
Like, I like to dance, but I'm not, like, so gifted at dancing or, you know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, acting or writing or whatever thing in the entertainment business. And so it's just funny because we'll be like, how did we get in there when we don't really feel like we have a niche talent that we're like, this is my thing.
Yeah. Because I feel like, it's sort of like people go to college, they go to film school, or they write for the comedy magazine at their school, or they just, like, are really, really talented singer, and that's just good for them.
Yeah.
But...
Well, yeah, like, even with photography or videography or something, like, I do photography on the side. Like, I've done some, like, senior pictures and some engagements and stuff like that. I did one wedding and hated it, and it was a nightmare because I was so nervous that I was going to ruin their wedding day. So that will never happen again. But, like, even that, like, yeah, I enjoy doing pictures. I think it's fun. But, like, I don't feel so talented at it. I'm not, like, this is what I'm meant to do. I'm so good at it. Like, and I love it. And it's my passion. Like, I'm just like, oh, it's fun. And I like taking pictures and I like doing that. But I'm not so good at it that I could, like, go into, like, I mean, you can go professionally in anything if you practice or invest into it.
But then you have to, like,
you have to, like, choose that that's what you're investing in.
And I think that, wait, were you going to say
No, it's just, and then it's like, well, I'm good at it, but it's not, like, my thing.
Yeah, and that's just, like, where the balance lies and where it's hard to be like, okay, so I want to dream big because I have these big dreams and I want to go for them. But I also want to, like, I know that that's going to require some grunt work and hard work, and I need to, like, figure out actual stepping stones to get to said dream life. But it's just, like, you sort of have to just choose something in a way to be like, okay, I want to be a writer. Like, I want to be a writer. I'm going to just practice writing and read about writing and go to seminars and write a bunch of scripts and send them to anyone and everyone. But then that's me saying, like, I'm going to be a writer. Yeah. And then say, I'm like, I wish I would have done photography. And then I don't really know anything, you know, and but you just sort of have to jump in, but I think that's hard. For me, I know. Like, it's hard to just delve into one because it feels too... like I'm putting myself in too much of a box. It's a risk.
I also feel like so much of it is, like, fake it till you make it kind of mentality. Like, I never feel like I'm that good at anything. Like, but if I feel like a lot of people who, like, make it in whatever thing they're doing, whether it's entertainment industry or not, like, it's them being like, no, I am good at this, and I'm going to be confident, and I'm gonna, like, go for it and do it, even if I, like, feel insecure. Like, I'm just gonna fake, like, I do know what I'm doing until I make it to, like, where I want to be. But, like, you still have to choose something. But, like, I think so much of it is, like, just acting like you know what you're doing.
I think it's that.
You are there.
Acting like it. I know that you have to work hard, too. And you just gotta, like, put yourself out there and make connections. Because once you have connections, it's just smoother, I think. Like, it's just less clunky. Because, and that's not just entertainment industry. That's just a fact of the professional world. Like, connections are where... That's how you get the job. That's how you... And I think about that a lot. I'm just, as I apply for jobs at, like, NBC or something. Though my motto is, like, why not me? I also am like, you know, there's thousands of applicants. I feel confident about my application materials. Why not me? But I don't really have an in. Like, they'd have to just look at me and be like, yes. Just for no reason. Like, just for, like, random reason. So, I think connections are really... You just have
if
to
you
get your
know
foot
the
in
right
door
people,
somehow.
Truly.
And I think it's just, like, starting small, too. Like, baby steps. But that's... I want long strides. Like, I just want to, like...
Like, I want my next job to be, like...
like...
the exact thing that I've always wanted it to be.
Right.
Instead of, like, okay, it might not be really what you want, but then you'll meet somebody who knows this person, and then you'll get a job there, and then that's not really exactly what you want, but then it just, like, keeps getting closer.
Snowballs.
And then you find out that you like something you didn't even know that you wanted to do because you took this job, you know.
Right. I was watching this TikTok. This girl put, like, for anyone, like, in their 30s or 40s on TikTok, what's something that you want to tell yourself that yourself when you were 20 in your 20s? And it was like a stitch, you know, like somebody like stitched it, I guess. And that feels weird saying, but they like did a stitch to the TikTok. And this woman, she's like, I'm 33, I have so much to say. She's like, do whatever you want, like, in your 20s, follow your dreams. The things that you think are so serious that you have to get a grasp on now, you'll get a grasp on them, but right now, just follow your heart, do what feels good, and one day you're going to have to be more serious, but your 20s is the time to just go for it. And that comes with, like, privilege, and I know that that's, like, not the reality for some people. Some people are like, no, I actually have to be more realistic. But, like, if you're in a position where you're like, well, I could just get a 9-to-5 at this office, maybe that's the right choice for you. But if you're, like, dreading it, it's okay to say no. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. We're not really seasoned professionals. But I'm just, like, going through my own thought process here. Like, I had an interview for a job like last week that would have been a great job, but it's just really, really wasn't the direction I was going. And it's one thing to be like, yes, I'll take the small jobs, but I'm like, at this point, this is not at all. This isn't what I want my first step to be.
Yeah.
It's like a completely
it wasn't even
left field.
It wasn't the same.
No.
Even close
it was
to industry.
A great position, but it
yeah.
was kind of a random application that I did, and I was kind of like,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. It's just like, yes, take the small jobs, but also if you're in a position where you feel comfortable saying no to something that you think is going to be the wrong path for you, I think it's okay to say no.
Yeah. And we just are still so young, and, like, we're in our 20s, like, literally 21, like, early 20s.
Barely in our 20s.
Yeah, like, barely can say I'm a 20-something, you know? And we have so much time, like, left in life. I was, last night, feeling very, like, emo and nostalgic or whatever. And I went to, like, my Google Photos and went to, like, the very beginning of that, which the oldest ones I have are, like, from, like, 2014 or something. Yeah. It was, like, going through and just, like, scrolling through, like, the years of high school. Like, oh, this was sophomore year, this was junior year, this was senior year. Then, like, freshman year of college, sophomore year of college, junior... Like, I was, like, so much has changed for me since 2015, which was 5 years ago. And, like, I'm so different. Like, my earliest pictures are from, like, 2015, 2014 on my phone. Like... And I look different, like, I act different, I have different dreams, you know, like, different, and 5 years from now, we'll be literally 26, like, 27, like, still in our 20s, like, still so young, and, like, we have so much time to figure those things out, and, like, I'm someone who, when I was younger, I always pictured, like, I was gonna get married right away out of college, like, I was gonna be engaged in college, and, like, start having kids, and I just, like, wanted to be, like, a grown-up and, like, so young. And, like, more and more now, I'm, like 5 years ago was 2015, and I was 15, and dressed and talked like this.
Right.
I don't want to be married right now. Right. Like, I mean, I'm not saying, like, I would never get married right now.
If you're watching this and you want to propose to me, just like, forget about this.
I don't want to be married. I don't have kids right now. Like, I don't want to... I'm still, like, young, and I have so much to figure out still about myself in life. Yeah. And, like, it's so fine that I don't know those things. Yes. Yet. Like, so fine.
Exactly. And, like, yeah, it is funny, because I feel like on this podcast we've talked about how we aren't sort of, like, into the hustle culture. Yeah. Which still reigns true, but... I get excited about thinking of the freedom of sort of being able to choose where I want to live. Yeah. And I'm kind of excited about my job. Yeah. Wherever like, getting to work hard. Yeah. And I know we've said, like, we don't care as long as... Which I
still feel like I could live anywhere.
Yeah. But I think, like, especially when I have a family, like, I'm just going to be... I hope that I'm doing something that I love. Yeah. But I also think, like, my family will become, like, my source of joy. Yeah. In a lot of ways. But in my 20s, I don't see myself, like... The idea of settling down is not enticing right now. I'm, enticed about that one day. I want to settle down. And I want to, like, chill out and just have a family and, you know, not be crazy. But, like, right now, what sounds exciting is just trying on all these hats. Yeah. And... sort of...
And acting like I know what I'm doing. Yeah. And, like, just, like, moving somewhere and being like, hi, I'm here, I'm ready to go. Like, right. I'm really clueless, but I'm jumping in.
Yeah, like, exactly. Diving in head first.
Seriously. I'm getting more and more excited.
I know.
To graduate and just, like, see what happens. And, you know, maybe it will be completely different than what I imagine. Right now. But that's okay.
I know. But... I think because it's kind of a really sweet spot of, like, I'm excited and I sort of have I have expectations. Like, I'm excited for the next chapter, but because I don't know exactly what it is, I can't, like, over-romanticize it, therefore crush it, you know? Because if I was, like, if I knew too much, like, senior year of or high school, I was picturing myself in college all the time, in college, at Iowa State, literally in my head, just thinking about it. This is going to happen. I'm going to meet this person. I'm going to meet my husband. I'm going to take these classes, do these things. And, like, beating it to death so that when I got to college, I was kind of disappointed at first because, you know, it wasn't immediately the best time of my life. And so, you know, how that is with over the top expectations. So it's kind of like, I'm excited about this future thing, but it's just, there's nothing for me to, like, really picture right now.
Yeah.
Which is good for me.
I
it's
think
good
so
for
too,
me
yeah.
to not have something too specific. And I think it's fun in our industry too, how, like, you kind of just, like, get hired and you start working. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like teaching or I think, like, some engineering jobs, like, they'll hire you, like, a year in advance and be like, yeah, you can start next fall or whatever. Mm-hmm. The creative, PR, advertising, whatever industry is more like when they're hiring for
start
as soon as possible.
Start when you can. Yeah.
And so that's kind of exciting because once we say yes to something, we'll just start it and there's no time for us to overthink it. So I think it's kind of a nice area to be in.
Yeah. Good for our personality
just
type.
For us. And so.
Yeah. Just overthinkers and.
Yeah. Just
romanticizers.
But.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But it will just be interesting to see how it all turns out. Speaking of celebrities and the entertainment industry, the other night we were talking about this.
Yeah.
If you haven't noticed, me and Annie will, like, have conversations in real life.
Yeah.
That will go on for so long. We'll, like, just, like, keep being like, but what about this and this and this and this? And then we'll be like, what should we talk about on our podcast? And we'll just rehab the conversation we already had with each other.
Because we'll be like I was saying the other night.
We say that so much. Like, we were talking about this.
Yeah. Yeah, we just need to, like, bring our mic out at night and just, like, go for it.
Seriously. Because I feel like I wish the mic was there the first time where we're, like, the true spiraling is happening.
Yeah.
But anyways, we were talking about celebrities and how we want to be famous and we want to be in that world.
You know.
And we were like, but, like, what would you actually do if you, like, met a celebrity or, like, met somebody famous? Like, what would be, like, your route to, like, because I feel like some people are like, I would just, like, ask for a picture and be, like, a fan.
Be, like, really normal.
Or like, be more normal, like, be like, hey, person, like, nice to meet you, I'm this, like, how are you doing? Or, like, you know, try to, like, just, like, have a friendship. Or would you, like, act like you don't know who they are?
Yeah.
Or, like,
would you be, like, overly
ignore
crazy?
them? Or be like...
I'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Because we were talking about this, and I was talking about Harry Styles.
Yeah.
And now me and Annie have made a deal that if I meet Harry Styles, I have to pretend like I don't know who he is.
Yeah, and she'll be like,
but I have to pretend like I've met him.
Yeah.
Before, but I can't remember his name.
Right. Like, I saw you at this.
What name did I say?
It was an H name.
It was
Henry?
Henry. I'd be like, is it Henry? Is that you? Did I? We've met. Henry.
Yeah.
And then he'll be like,
it's Harry.
It's Harry.
And he will be like,
oh, yeah, sorry, Harry. Yeah, we met. Do you remember me?
No. Not at all.
I think I have your number. Let me look. Like, I'm pretty sure you, like, gave me your number.
There's absolutely no way that you have my number.
Oh, you did it. Do you want to give it to me now? Please give it to me now.
He's like, sure.
Thanks, Henry.
Text me.
And I'm like, anyways, we were just
thanks, Henry.
Talking about that.
It's Harry.
So now I have to do that if I meet him, which is really
I think is a fun route. It's a fun route.
I don't think it will elicit the response that
I think he'll just
hoping.
Be like, okay.
He would just know.
He would see right through
me.
I feel like it's one thing if some sort of really, like, random character came up to him actually not knowing who he was, like an old person or, like, just a weirdo.
But a
20-something girl who looks relatively normal, they know who Harry Styles is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's so funny because I've talked about this. I don't know. As much as in the place I am now, there's not a lot of celebrities that I would want to just come across as like me being this normal human.
Yeah.
Because it is like there's no good way to go about it. You either are like, I'm a fan. Hi, can I get a picture?
Yeah.
You're not going to remember me. Or you try to act coy.
Yeah.
Cool, but that still doesn't really matter to them. Even if you're not like a super fan, even if you just say like, oh, hey, oh my gosh, Harry Styles.
Love your music.
I love your music. It means so much to me. Like, he'll probably be like, thanks.
Yeah.
Maybe snap a pic.
Yeah.
But it's either way, like, it's just...
Ideal way that you, in my mind, you would meet a celeb. You're friends with somebody who's just normal, but who for some reason knows a celebrity or, like, is in that world somehow. And then they're like, hey, I'm having a get-together at my house. Lizzie, come on over. And then I come, and then they're like, by the way, Harry Styles is here. He's friends of a friend. And then you don't even really talk to them.
Yeah.
You're just, like, sitting, and they approach you. That's best case scenario.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's your name?
Right. Well, that's kind of just synonymous.
And I'm like, Lizzie, and I already know your name.
Yeah.
Because you're Harry Styles.
Yeah. You're Harry. I'm Lizzie. Well, actually, I'm...
But I guess you just have to be really hot for that to happen.
Right.
You have to be a standout.
What? What?
So maybe not in the cards for me.
No one would approach me at a party? What?
Me? No one would approach me, girl who no boy has approached all throughout college.
No normal 18-year-old, I can't even get an 18-year-old freshman boy in my class to ask me if...
An ag engineer from Iowa State to come talk to me?
To at least acknowledge that I'm a human being.
To, like, smile at me when they walk past?
I can't believe it. We're just...
But Harry Styles wouldn't approach me?
No, it's because we're on another level.
Maybe. That's what I tell myself.
Yeah. We're just different.
My gosh. We're just special.
But I feel like that situation that you were describing is sort of synonymous to, like, if you were the friend that's, like, having a party. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, either way, I just feel like it, best case scenario, you're in a position
naturally.
Where, like, they show up with their guard down.
Yes.
Like, if they're out, like, getting coffee, knowing that, like, fans are going to be coming up to them.
Yeah.
They're probably in the mindset of, like, gotta put your performance pants on, like, just be nice and say hi and try not to do anything weird and just be like, hi, nice to meet you, thanks, snap a pic, okay. And I'm sure it's, like, especially for really famous celebrities, it's just so second nature, so common that they just don't, it's just, like, they probably go into, like, robot mode.
Yeah.
And so, but, you know, if they're going to a party or get-together, an event, it's maybe more laid back. Yeah. And then you can have a more authentic connection with them. Mm-hmm. Because if I genuinely, like, right now, if Harry Styles, if he was in Des Moines and we saw him, like, I would maybe say something, maybe get a picture, but ultimately it would just kind of be like, now I've met him and...
Yeah, I think it would still be special. I think I would still be like, I have a picture with him and that's really special to me.
Yeah, it'd be special, but
it wouldn't mean anything.
It would just ruin, like, any of the false hope. You know what I mean?
Here's one thing, though. I haven't known much about this girl, but recently I've come to know more about her. Maya Henry.
Oh, yeah.
Who is now engaged to Liam Payne, former One Direction band member.
Father of Bear.
Father of Bear Payne. His kid is named Bear. Anyways, he's engaged to this, I think she's 21 or 22, Maya Henry. She's, like, she's, like, in the celebrity world. Like, so it wasn't like she was a nobody or something. But she's just, like, was in a well-off family already. And
she's, like, a model.
Yeah. But there are pictures of her going to a One Direction concert. She is at the meet and greet. And she, like, has a picture with each of them when she's, like, 15 or something, like, really young. Younger than that, probably, because she's, like, the same age as us.
20, yeah.
So, like, 13 or something. She has, like, a picture with each of them, and she's, like... And it's, like, to us, that would be, like, well, there goes any chance I have of actually being with one.
Yeah.
Like, actually being their friend or girlfriend or wife.
Yeah.
So... because now I'm just a fan. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm just what this is. Now she's engaged.
Right. That's
She's
hopeful.
engaged to Liam Payne, and she has a picture for when she's 14.
Okay, that gives me hope. Yeah.
Who knows?
I think that I would, like, I don't know, I just get so, like, I always just overthink, like, how I interact with people that aren't celebrities, and, like, come back to my room every time I have an interaction and be like, oh my gosh,
Well,
and, like, fold into myself.
I wonder so much what celebrities are actually like.
Yeah.
Like, I know we're using Harry Styles a lot as an example here, but this just goes for anybody.
Right.
Like, is Harry Styles really down to earth?
Mm-hmm.
Or is he like, I am hot
Right.
stuff? Like, like, is he like kind of a douche, you know?
Right,
like,
right.
I can get with any girl, I'm better than everybody. Like, I have lots of
know.
money and girls and fame.
Yeah.
Or is he like, because I know his, like, the way he portrays himself as, like, Harry Styles, the celebrity, is, like, treat people with kindness.
Yeah.
And, like, like,
Be
am
kind,
nice.
love each other.
But, like, if you really met him, would he just kind of be like, okay. I just don't know.
Well, I think a little bit, because you do just have to sort of,
Well, you
like,
have to be that way a little bit if you're a celebrity. Because
you're at that level.
Because,
like,
people
even-
are trying to just...
Yeah. Even I think of, like, Emma Chamberlain. She's, like, in her videos, so down to earth, just, like, very relatable.
Yeah.
Sweatpants. But, like, I still think, like, if you met her in public, like,
She would
she'd
be
be
nice.
nice.
I think... And I know Harry Styles
Yeah.
would be nice. He always is from
Right.
when anyone gets a picture with him. I think they'd be nice, but... I mean, you have to have your guard up a little
Right.
bit just as a person. You wouldn't be like, hi, let's get to know each other and talk.
Yeah.
Like,
You just can't. You
be
can't
like
do that.
if you're famous.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, you just have to have...
But I just wonder what they are like. It's
Right.
just such an interesting concept, being famous.
I know.
And, like, everyone knowing who you are, but not knowing you at all.
Yeah.
Like, Harry Styles is my lock screen. I
Right.
don't know him.
Timothee Chalamet. It's my lock screen.
Well, actually, now it's only my homepage. It's not my lock screen.
Oh.
Because I put an inspirational quote
Okay.
as my lock screen. But
That's
he's
nice.
still there when you open it up.
Yeah, that's good. I know. But then there's, like, so for me, I think, like, Timothee Chalamet, though,
Yeah.
he seems to me, like, so humble.
Yeah.
Like, not that Harry doesn't, but, like, there's, and not just him, but, like, some celebrities, you just watch them and you're like,
Like, they're just normal.
they're so normal. And, like, maybe as he gets more famous, he'll become a little bit more, like,
Yeah.
hardened. I think that's, you kind of have to.
Yeah, well, people will, like, if you're famous, that famous, people do try to use you or try to
Yeah.
get things out of you. Like,
Right,
that's just
right.
reality.
Yeah. I know. If we're dating a celebrity one day and they listen to this episode and they're like, you've always just wanted to be in the world. You're just using me to get to parties.
At least we're on it!
Yeah. It's like, no, I actually like you, but I also like fame.
I like you, but
I like you, but
you are my way in.
yeah, you were mostly just a benefit to my social life, if we're being honest.
Just kidding.
And I was a benefit to yours, right? I know all the coolest clubs in Iowa. But
Yeah. But anyways, if you are out there and you are like, I want to be famous, don't feel bad about it.
don't.
I do too.
I don't know.
Who doesn't? I mean, there are
I-
people who don't, but...
But I do think, like, there is... Everyone kind of, like,
Well,
smiles
everyone-
at the fact of, like...
Yes.
What if... Like, even if it's just, like, the most humble farmhand. If you were,
Yeah.
like...
farmhands.
Like...
He's milking the cow.
Well, yeah, like, even if, like, maybe for them it's, like, the local paper did an article about... vegetables that I made, and I won the state fair. Like,
Everyone likes
everyone-
recognition.
there's
As,
a-
like, people looking up to them and, like,
Yeah.
accepting them.
right. That's just human nature.
Yeah.
It's like the validation that we all crave.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of seeps into, and we do not have to delve into this, but, like, is there such thing as altruism? You know, like, is there such thing as a selfless act?
Yeah, probably not.
I don't really think so. But there's a lot more, a lot more layers
Yeah.
to that. But it's
Yeah.
like, I just think that,
Well, Actually, there probably is, but I don't. We're not done.
Yeah. It's a whole. That's another episode, but it's just kind of like the similar themes of like. I just think almost everyone, even if it's like for the benefit of others, I don't know.
You're still thinking about how it will affect people.
Affect you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure that there's people out there that are like, literally no. No. But it's also funny because like if you have Instagram, even
if you have any kind of social media,
you have something.
Then
in
you care an ounce what someone thinks about you.
And even if you say like, I don't care, I just post what I want.
Or you just have it to see what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Like you still have a profile pic. So.
Right. And like everything you post on your story, it comes from a place of like, I want people to see this.
Yeah.
It's not completely like, and that's fine.
That's
like literally
that's expressing
fine.
Yourself.
But that's why I think like, you just have to think like every little thing is sort of like, I don't know. We're sort of a selfish little creature as humans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think. And not that everyone is a selfish person, but just like, I just think by nature, we are ourselves, and it's like hard to not just have like a twinge of like, I need to look out for myself, you know?
Yeah.
But nonetheless.
In conclusion, follow your dreams. No matter what anybody says. And in your 20s, it literally, you have all the time in the world. Don't be embarrassed if you want to be famous, if you want to not be famous, if you, whatever job you want.
Yeah.
Whatever person you want to be with. Like, it doesn't matter. Go for it.
Or if you're feeling, you know, passionless, hobbyless, or something like, that's still fine. Like, you don't have to have like this big one thing that you're working for. Like, just kind of go with it.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing. I just feel it out. So.
I just feel like lately I've been more like, it's okay that I don't have like this one thing that I just love or I'm totally passionate about. I have all the time in the world. I'm just like over, like, this is like so, everyone says this, but like, life is just too short to even care what anybody thinks.
Right.
Or like, what?
Like, if I have a hobby.
Like
if I have something so...
Do I sometimes get embarrassed thinking of people listening to this podcast? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Like, who cares?
Right.
Who cares if someone from my high school hears me say, I want to be famous?
Yeah.
Is it embarrassing to me? Yes.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I don't care.
It's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. Speak your
Chase
truth.
your dreams.
Speak your truth. Chase your dreams. And
chase your dreams.
Just don't be embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed.
Or if you're embarrassed, it's okay. Just push through. Push through. For those listening, we just shrugged.
That's where we're at.
Shrug.
Yeah.
So.
Seriously, though.
Yeah, that's just kind of like the 20s, though. You just kind of like shrug, like, okay, I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. Like,
here we go.
Here we go. Vroom, here we go. I'm ready for the ride of my life.
Yeah.
So.
Anyways, if you want to support
our dream
of becoming insanely famous,
if you want to be part of our biography one day,
then you should listen to our podcast. Follow us on Instagram, Up and Up Podcast. Subscribe to our YouTube, The Up and Up Podcast.
Yep.
And
if you're listening on Apple Music,
rate
us.
Give us a rate.
Good.
Whoever gives us our first rating,
we will. You get something good.
You will get a special surprise.
Note.
A special surprise.
A handwritten note surprise.
With a surprise.
Yeah, with a surprise. So, I think that sounds like fun. I think that sounds like something I would want. So, if I were you, I'd leave a review.
I don't care who you are. I don't care if you would feel weird being the one who's the first one.
This is your opportunity to put yourself out there. And have no judgment from us. No judgment.
Literally no judgment. I don't care who you are.
Only complete adoration from us, actually.
Complete love, acceptance, and just
embrace. And hug. But yeah,
seriously.
So please, if you feel so inclined, and if you don't, let's incline yourself. Leave a rating. That'd be so cool.
Yeah. But anyways, we are so thankful for you if you made it to the end of this podcast. Hope you got maybe a little inspired or just got a good laugh.
Yeah.
And thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the up and up.
Bye.